오 뭐야?
구구맨 조이
조이 거죠.
정답입니다. 자, 구구맨
수면 있어서.
이런 느낌.
구구맨 일단 먼저 1점 획득하는데 성공을 했습니다. 이게
까지 잘해? 뭐지? 구구면 라스칼이다. 아니야. 몸 아닌가?
두 번째 문제 나갑니다. 쉽다 쉬워. 아 너무 쉬운데요.
바이다. 바이네.
쉬운데요.
브라우.
너무 쉬운데요.
브라움이네. 기절이네.
카멘 브라움 정답입니다.
패시브 3타. 기절. 맞아.
잘하시는데요.
킹스맨 자고 있는 거 아니죠?
아닙니다.
아니고 알겠습니다. 세 번째 문제 보여주세요.
킹스맨,
네, 킹스맨
탈리아,
탈리아 정답입니다.
진짜 빠르시네요.
자 자고 있는 거 아니죠?
네.
알겠습니다.
불먹는 미드 아니다.
네 번째 문제 보여주세요. 자 이거는 챔피언 대사입니다.
애쉬. 이거?
자 이거는 구구맨 대사예요. 구구맨 정답입니다. 이거 한 번에 맞추면 누구야?
구구면 그럼 원딜 아니야?
구구맨만 유일하게 지금 2점을 획득하고 있고 한 문제만 더 맞추면 구구맨이 이제 상대를 지목할 수 있는 기회를 얻게 됩니다. 그럼 다음 문제 준비되셨죠? 나갑니다. 챔피언 대사입니다.
길목맨,
규모맨
너가 사는 거라면 나도 끼지.
너가 사면 나도 끼지? 누군가요? 그 챔피언
클라가스,
그래 정답! 네가 사는 거라면 나도 끼지. 뭘 보고 맞췄나요?
맥주,
그렇죠. 맥주 하면 또 그라가스죠. 이렇게 되면이 2대 1대 1입니다.
재밌다.
그럼 다음 문제 나갑니다. 챔피언 대사입니다.
아리 이블린? 아리? 여우?
여우 늑대 여우 있고
그러네.
자, 구구맨 모르나요? 구구맨 맞춰 끝나는데요. 모르나요? 몰라요?
아리요,
아리의 대사입니다.
길목맨,
불목맨
여우한테 올려볼까요?
비슷했어요. 구구맨. 자, 구구맨이 맞추면 본인이 대진을 선택할 수 있습니다. 우리 같이 홀려볼까요? 정답입니다.
Hey, what's up?
구구맨.
You here? Yeah.
구구맨. 생각해놓은 사람이 있나요?
아니 구구면 너무 매력적이야.
그 사람을 왜 선택했는지 이유를 한번 미리 들어보겠습니다.
가장 무섭게 생겼어요.
가장 무섭게 생겼다. 일단 이쪽은 아닌 것 같고, 자, 이 두 명 중에 한 명이 아닐까 그런 생각이 드는데
많이 무섭게 생겼어.
외모는 상당합니다. 자, 둘 다 무섭게 생겼기 때문에 구구맨 그럼 본인의 4강 대진 상대 외쳐주세요.
It's Hari man.
귤먹맨이 구구맨과 4강 대진을 맞붙게 됐고요. 자연스럽게 파카맨과 또 킹스맨이 맞붙게 됐습니다. 지목받으셨는데 어떠십니까?
가섭습니다.
가소롭다. 만만치 않아요.
꿈에는 박신한가 봐요.
둘의 대진은 어떻게 생각하십니까, 파카맨?
굉장히 귀엽게 생겨서 괜찮을 것 같습니다.
귀엽게 생겼다. 지금 외모로는 본인이 지금 굉장히 귀여운 것 같은데.
Can I
자,
guess it?
킹스맨은 파카맨 상대 괜찮은가요?
네, 괜찮습니다.
말투가
Maybe here soon.
무조건
But,
자, 그럼
right
첫 번째
now, maybe
매치를 치르게 되는 두
watching
선수
League of
서로
Legends,
도발 포즈 한번 보도록
Summer
하겠습니다.
Split, so you know it's something new, but mentally.
직접 손을 대고 처음입니다. 야, 이거 파카맨이 쫄았어요. 자, 이제 내려주시고 안 됩니다.
뽀뽀하겠다.
저 두 분
Maybe
진짜
here at
누군지
like
모르겠어.
12 or
마지막으로
1.
각오 한 말씀
I'll probably be on
부탁드리겠습니다.
late, but no, we play Fortnite.
구구맨 상대 도발이 심상치 않거든요.
It happens in 20 minutes.
자,
This be K versus
선수의
H,
대결
LE.
지금 시작합니다.
사실 진짜는 사람부터라고 생각합니다. 이제는 우승을 바라보는 사람들만 남은 게 아닐까 싶습니다. 게임 시작하기 전에 채팅창에서 얘기를 나누거든요. 제 전 거기서 거짓말을 치고 제가 삼성
성깔이 있네.
나 처음에 지우 같다는 생각했는데 아닌 것 같아.
아닌 것 같아.
그래요?
아 구구는 모르겠네.
아니 센스는 이미 방송인인데 그냥. 그니까.
Bro, I know who
저런
that
재능을
is.
가지신 분이 LCK에
있어요?
있다니. 쇼메? 근데
아 근데 몸이 네 몸이 너무 커.
고마유시 선수도 아니죠.
김하연 씨 절대 아니야.
그러니까 나도 센스로 봤을 때는 구마유 씨
그쵸?
가기 살짝.
그래서
근데-
구구맨?
길먹맨 비둘기처럼 나와서 뿌리로 쫄아주지.
바다 밑으로 수장시켜주지.
길먹맨 인정했나? 말이 없군. 길먹맨.
구구맨
Pigeon man, you talk too much. Okay, let's see the gameplay.
시작해라.
Let's
자
get
이제
started.
구구맨과
Yes,
귤먹맨
have no
사실
idea.
이 두 선수의 정체에 대해서
Okay, so
지금
Garen,
패널분들도
Garen,
갈피를 못 잡고
gameplay.
계세요.
맞습니다.
Grace.
SK에서 저렇게 입담이 좋고
Galio.
퍼포먼스가 좋은 사람이 도대체 누가 있냐
그렇죠.
고민들을 많이 해주고
So
계신데
Galio,
빨리 보고
Gwen,
싶습니다.
and Gargus.
과연
See how this goes.
드레이븐?
네.
레이븐이 지금 미소를 싹 올리고 있어요.
근데 이 픽은
오!
흑마루스
원거리 많.
쇼메 맞네. 쇼메였네.
구구맨 고맙다. 너가 내 대진 상대라서 편안하고.
날 이길 수 있을 것 같나?
아무리 봐도 쇼메 목소리. 톤도 쇼메야.
톤도 쇼메예요.
장난치는 톤이 쇼메야.
사실 라인전에서 이렇게 강한 카드들은 꺼내기 쉽지 않거든요.
맞습니다. 양쪽 다 원거리 딜러를 장전한 상태에서 구구맨 대 귤먹맨 운명을 건 승부 시작합니다.
확실히 드레이브는 뭔가 선택받은 자만이 할 수 있다 그런 말도 있거든요.
Very
원딜 쪽에서 많이 플레이하는 선수가 아닌가 싶습니다.
아이템 고민.
뭐가 좋은지
아이템 고민
계속
너무
고민하는
Varys
거
and
아니에요?
Draven.
야수화를 갔어요.
뛰어라라 흡혈이나 되서오다니.
1대1은 전략 싸움이다. 멍청한 놈.
근데 이게 전멸을 들었는데 바루스 입장에서는 드레이븐의 어떤 스킬을 피해야 할 때 전멸을 해야 될지 고민이 많을 것 같거든요.
구구맨!
제발 이겨주세요, 귤먹맨.
아 이거 불리해 보이는데 구구맨?
구구맨 입딜하다가 지금
갑자기 조용해졌어. 궁금해.
그대로 비둘기처럼 쓰러질 뻔했어요.
맞습니다.
그래서 이게 CS 차이가 좀 나기 시작하는데 구구맨은 말씀하신 대로 이게 아이템 빌드가
Oh, it
다르니까
keeps
회복력이
getting so
좋진
close.
않아요.
그렇죠. 최대한 상대방과의 평타 교환을 덜 해야 될 것 같고요. 이거 6레벨 되면은 어쨌든 정홈
오.
환
그리고 이거 뭐 전면
네.
이끌어놓고 그냥 한번 밀고 들어갈 수 있지 않나요?
후배!
그냥 한번 밀고 들어갈 수 있지 않나요?
후배!
오! 귤먹맨 진짜 귤 먹고 살았어요.
맞습니다. 세상에 귤망맨을 버리는 줄 알았는데 희사회생했습니다.
이겼다고 착각하고 있군.
그러면서 이거 구구맨도 지금 위기가 왔는데요. 라인을 먹기보다 집을 가야겠죠 이번에.
맞습니다.
아이템 발전이 없어. 너무 슬퍼.
아니 정비를 했는데 구구맨의 인벤토리에는 도란검과 물량만이 추가됐어요.
맞습니다. 와, 그래서 도발 멘트. BF 사줄까 닌탑 사줄까.
멍청한 새의 머리야.
아이템 사봐라.
와 BF 나왔어. 차이가 많이 나는데?
야, 그래서 서로 간에 그 혈투가 벌어지고 있는데 구구맨 입장에서 좀 따라가야 될 상황입니다.
You got 15 minutes.
스킬 좀 대충 쓰지 마요, 구구맨.
왜 이렇게 잘해 귤먹맨? 미친 나노 무빙. 근데 평타는 못 피해요. 평타는 못 피합니다.
야,
귤먹맨의 승리.
시제.
7레벨 때? 혹시 바로 돈 쓰면서? 왜 이렇게 잘해 귤먹맨?
아니 귤먹맨.
미친 나노 무빙.
아니 근데 무빙이
귀여운 인재들이.
뭐야?
아니 누구시지? 저분?
네, 이렇게 해서 4강 첫 번째 대결
아 이런 지우 아니야?
이러면 지우 아닌 지우 선수
절대
아닌데?
아닐 것 같아.
네, 김영맨 들어가시면 됩니다. 예, 결승에서 뵙겠습니다. 역대급 도발을 선보이면서
Damn. Draven one.
어떻게 된 건가요, 구구맨님?
불멍맨이 생각보다 롤을 잘하는 것 같습니다.
솔직히 누군지 모르겠어요.
아예 예상이
진짜로 이런 센스 있는 바지에 이런 모먼트.
아, 진짜 좋아합니다.
아 근데 생각하기에 이분은요 당연히 오래 하시면 좋은데 만약에 정말 나중에 은퇴를 하시게 되면 무조건 방송 쪽으로 와야 된다.
네.
아니 이런
맞아,
센스는
맞아.
타고나지 않으면
센스가.
불가능한 거다.
저희랑 같이 일했으면
The
좋겠어요.
pigeonhole.
풀템을 위협할 수 있는 인재라고 봅니다.
아예 지금
감이
역대급 미국에 빠져 있습니다, 패널분들.
아, 진짜 빨리 보고 싶어요.
보고 싶다. 누군지 보고 싶다. 그러면 구구맨 이제 가면을 벗고 본인의 정체를 공개해 주세요. 구구맨의 정체는 바로
라스카!
구구맨의 정체는 프린스 선수입니다.
아닌데? 프린스 선수 아니야?
네, 프린스 선수라고요. 예.
프린스
프린스.
선수네.
아니 어쩐지 재질이
13 minutes until it starts.
아니 이거 현역 선수들만 나오는 거 아니에요?
그러니까요. 아니 현역 선수만 나오는 거 아니에요?
저희는 그런 룰을 정한 적이 없습니다. 어땠어요? 이렇게 도발을 하고 그래요, 상대를.
오늘 좀 웃기게 좀 재밌게 했던 것 같고
예.
이제 예측을 해주셨잖아요.
네.
쇼메이커라고 했을 때 기분이 굉장히 일단 좋지 않았고요. 친하니까 이제 또 티가 있는데.
그렇죠. 그만큼 근데 패널분들이 진짜 추측을 아예 못했어요.
끼가
진짜 끼가 장난이 아니었어.
후아맨 함께 참여해봤는데 오늘 어떠셨나요?
좀 가면이란 걸 좀 쓰니까 내재돼 있는 평소엔 억눌려 왔던 이제 하지 못하는 행동들도 좀 하고 재밌었습니다.
혹시 앞으로의 계획도 좀 들어볼 수 있나요?
LCK 채널에서 얼굴 비추는 거는 진짜 오랜만인데 다들 재밌게 봐주셨으면 좋겠고 저는 이제 일단은 여름에는 휴식을 하기로 해가지고 방송을 열심히 하고 있습니다. 많이 봐주세요.
네, 알겠습니다. 여러분 다시 한번 프린스 선수의 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
미친 재능.
진짜.
네,
연락처 주고 가세요.
프린스 탈락!
그러면은 너무 범위가 또 넓어지는데요?
아쉽게 패배하셨는데 어떠셨어요? 상대도 이제 저는 알았으니까 되게 재미있게 했다고 생각하고 서로 간에 좋은 추억이었고 승부를 누구라고 보시나요? 저를 이긴 당연하게도 불멍맨입니다.
네, 패널분들 동요가 지금 뭐 약간 혼란스럽죠?
현역일 줄 알고 다들 거기서만 예상을 하다 보니까 거기서 빗나간 것 같아요.
일단 그래도 나라카일님은 맞추셨어야 되는 게 아닌가?
아니 그러니까 그래서 저는 글먹맨 바로 전 알아차렸어요.
누구예요?
지금 말하면은 정답이기 때문에.
자, 하지만 이게 끝이 아니죠. 4강 두 번째 매치가 준비가 되어 있습니다. 바로 경기로 가보겠습니다.
재밌겠다.
김민 선수가 충분히 있고 체격 자체가 그렇게 큰 사람들이 몇 명 정해져 있잖아요. 그렇다 보니까 BDD 선수라고 생각을 하는 것 같습니다. BDD 선수일까요 아닐까요? 박하매, 밀림의 왕이 왜 사자인지 보여주겠어요.
킹스는 연륜이 느껴지고 저도 이제 고등학교 때 되겠으니까 한연륜 하거든요. 킹스맨님한테 춤 한번 부탁하겠습니다. 킹스맨 딱대.
아, 들립니까?
들립니다.
잘 살해주세요.
살살 부탁드립니다.
너무 조차하게 패면은 너무 면이 안 살잖아.
자 이제 킹스맨과 파카맨의 4강 두 번째 경기입니다.
바로 이기면 돼.
이번에는 진짜
진짜 찐팬인데?
찐뱅. 원딜 다 뱅.
원딜러로 알고 있나?
이뻐 선수인가?
본인들만의 시그니처 픽들을 좀 꺼내서 한번 승부에 써봤으면 어떨까 하는 생각이 좀 듭니다. 야, 그래서 지금 킹스맨은 파카맨의 정체를 원딜 쪽이라고 생각하는 걸까요? 원딜 밴만 지금 세 카드를 썼어요.
파카맨의 경우에도 흐웨이를 놔둔 걸로 봐서는
네.
상대가 좀 미드라이너일 수도 있다? 이런 생각을 하는 거.
오.
제드? 근데 BDD가 또 제드 장인이었는데요.
그건 맞아요.
그 약간 지금 자극하는 거 아니야? 제드 올려.
킹스맨한테
너 제드 할
너
거잖아요.
제드 장인이잖아.
뭐가 좋지? 너무 뻔한 거 해야 되나 이거? 브랜드는 나 이거 너무 오랜만에 보는데?
그리고 반대쪽에서 또 아트록스? 아직 브랜드 락인 되진 않았지만 브랜드로.
저거 뭐냐고. 대박이 되는 거
아니 근데 브랜드 못 이길 것 같은데?
와,
아트의 브랜드 뭐야? 근데 결승 진출전이니까 욕심 날 테고 자기가 좀 많이 해봤던 챔프를 하지 않을까?
근데 아트록스?
바텀 유저면 아트록스 안 하는데.
킹스맨은 좀 미드라이너일 것 같기도 하고.
파카맨 근데 둘 중에 한 명일 것 같긴 하다.
누구야?
리퍼
안 돼.
안 돼.
킹스맨의 브랜드, 파카맨의 아트록스 이 두 매치가 다음 경기로 이어집니다.
이것도 볼만한 경기가 되겠네요.
자, 이제 킹스맨과 파카맨의 대결.
아니 여기서 쿨감신?
쿨감신의 도방. 이거는 길게 보겠다.
나트 하면 또 신발이 중요하거든요.
근데 이 브랜드가 유성을 들고서 이렇게 칼바람에서 라인전을 펼치면 미니언 먹을 때마다 이제 아트록스가 견제를 당할 거거든요.
그렇죠.
그거를 파카맨이 어떻게 극복하면서 딜교환을 할지가 되게 궁금합니다.
아, 막말로 솔랭 같은 데서도 브랜드 라인으로 가면 세요.
엄청 세요. 브랜드 서포터 미쳐요.
그렇죠.
오, 일단
오,
무빙도
네.
왔고.
일단 브랜드 스턴 잘 피했습니다,
네.
파카맨.
킹스맨 딜교가 매서운데요?
놀랐는데 지금 딜교하고?
깜짝이야.
근데 맞아보니까 딜 세다는 건 느껴지죠?
맞습니다. 심지어 상대 브랜드가 점화를 들고 있기 때문에 아트록스 입장에서는 어찌 보면 카운터를 맞은 거거든요.
무빙 좋아.
이게 서로 놀 줄 알아.
파카맨. 이제 스킬 빠졌으니까 파카맨.
근데
근데
근데?
만화가 없다.
조금 아쉬운데?
확실히 파카맨이 아트 전문가가 아니네.
두두한테 속성 강의 배우고 온 리퍼 아니야 이거?
가능성 높은데요?
건가?
근데 킹스맨의 이 무빙과 뭔가 딜교환하는 그 모습을 보면은 라인전을 되게 잘 치는 선수인 것 같습니다.
맞습니다. 보법이 남다르죠?
네. 서로 살에 찍으면서 스킬 레벨이 더 올라갔기 때문에 아트 입장에서는 한 대 맞을 때마다 이거 아파요. 스킬 레벨이 더 올라갔기 때문에 아트 입장에서는 한 대 맞을 때마다 이거 아파요.
몸이
불가고 있어요. 치즈.
아니 안 보인다고.
서로 살에 찍으면서 스킬 레벨이 더 올라갔기 때문에 아트 입장에서는 한 대 맞을 때마다 이거 아파요.
어려웠다.
자, 4강 두 번째 매치 킹스맨이 승리를 가져가면서 결승 진출에 성공을 했습니다. 축하합니다. 킹스맨은 결승에서 다시 만나보도록 하고요.
결승 매치가 정해졌잖아요. 팬들에게 한마디 해주세요.
상대가 또 잘하는 친구라서 요즘 힘들 것 같은데 파이팅 해보겠습니다.
어떻게 된 겁니까? 스킬이 좀 안 맞던데요?
파카는 주둥이 때문에 챔피언이 잘 안 보여서 그게 좀 아쉬웠던 것 같아요.
이 파카의 요 주둥이 때문에 챔피언을 보는 게 쉽지 않았다.
길긴 길다.
예, 좀 길긴 깁니다. 팬분들, 이 파카맨의 정체 예측 가능할까요?
킹스맨이 원딜 3밴을 했잖아요. 그래서 일단 원딜러로 알고 계시고 밴을 한 것 같은데 제가 생각하는 그분이 맞다면 탑으로도 챌린저를 한번 도전해보셨던 그분이 아닌가. 조심스럽게 리퍼 선수로 생각을 하고 있습니다.
파카맨님, 저랑 인터뷰 해보셨잖아요.
저희 팀이 아직 승리가 없어서
KT.
또다시 멘붕이 왔어요.
혁균이?
그냥 그쪽으로 몰아가는 거 아니야?
혹시 제 연락처가 있으신가요?
뭘 자꾸 연락?
아니, 레포트는 진짜 내 연락처가 있어. 아니,
인맥 그만 자랑해.
헬리오스 연락처 있으세요?
진짜 아니 연기인가?
나 너무 어지러워요, 지금.
자, 과연 예측한 그 선수가 맞을지 아니면 다른 선수일지 박하면은 가면을 벗고 본인의 정체를 공개해 주세요.
오히려?
역으로?
아, 제프 작다.
아니 너무
처음을 믿으라고 맨 처음을.
리포 선수 거짓말을 해요 자꾸.
그 아까도 그 생일 나라카일님이 물어봤을 때도 10월이랑 한 게 제가 알기로 10월 23일 생으로 알고 있어서 가면 받았을 때 약간 공부를 했어요. 데뷔 몇 년도에 했고 이런 거.
너무 치밀하셨어.
데프트 선수인 척 약간 메소드 연기를.
아 완전 데프트 선수가 되셨구나.
사실 뭐 이번 시즌 시작하기 전에 기대감과 함께 또 우려 섞인 목소리도 있었는데 어때요?
끝날 때까지 끝난 게 아니니까 이제 끝까지 열심히 해서 좋은 모습 계속 보여드리고 싶어요.
시즌 끝날 때쯤에는 더 높은 곳에 있지 않을까 그런 생각을 또 해봅니다. 오늘 고생한 리포 선수에게 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 네. 리포 선수 너무 고생 많이 하셨습니다. HK에서 또 멋진 모습 기대할게요. 자, 리포 탈락! 네. 자, 이제 6명 중에 6명이 탈락을 했습니다. 결승 대진이 귤먹맨과 킹스맨의 대결로 좁혀졌습니다. 자, 과연 결승에서는 어떤 결과가 펼쳐질지 많은 기대해 주시기 바라면서 저는 계속해서 결승으로 돌아오겠습니다. 후엠의 시즌2 결승전! 머리부터 발끝까지 아장내주마 쓰레기같은 놈들! 귤먹맨! 오늘 밤 사냥을 나선다! 킹스맨!
킹스맨! 귤먹맨님이 이길 것 같아요.
확신하고 있습니다. 킹스맨님.
3전 2선 승제로 가게 됩니다.
피했어! 킹스맨이 좋은데?
마이크 나눔 무비! 후아이맨 시즌2 결승전 우승자는 누구입니다!
Okay, I'm back. It's about to start in 10 seconds. Okay.
I've seen the darkest of the days, where the souls turn to ashes. It made me who I am today. I escaped from the latches of the shadows chasing me down. I'm not gonna run, I am standing my ground. Wherever I go, fear does not follow, even when the storm hits and hell is abound. I'm never running, I'm never hiding, I'll never be a prisoner, I won't stop fighting. I'm never quitting, I'm never giving, no, I'll never be a prisoner to your control. I'm never running, I'm never hiding,
There's Faker.
never be a prisoner, I won't stop fighting. I'm never quitting, I'm never giving, no, I'll never be a prisoner to your control. I'll never be a prisoner, I won't stop fighting. I'm never quitting, I'm never giving, no, I'll never be a prisoner to your control.
Let's go.
Hello and welcome back to the LCK. We're here for the second match of the night. We got KT Rolster up against Life Esports. And if you missed it, T1 able to start off the night with a win in the series up against T+Kia. And now, once again, we kind of have a favorite and an underdog. This time a little bit more severe, though, Ox.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, obviously we saw Life Esports beat D+, and T1 also beat KT most recently. So, you know, it doesn't obviously cement things at this matchup, but I think the gap is a bit further apart. KT really need to go up to challenge here, but not impossible. You know, I think there's definitely matchups sometimes in the LCK and we're like, well, is it gonna happen? I think KT on their best day might be able to challenge Life Esports, but still a tall ask. But I think it's important for them, you know, when you look at their place in the standings, they are not secure right now.
Damn.
Yeah, KT Rolster right in the middle. Again, 6-6 and 0 points. On the side of Life Esports, 10-2. Definitely securing their spots right now as the second place team in the LCK.
And when you look at the remaining schedule for KT, they still have to play D+, Gen G, and obviously Life Esports today. On top of that, they also play Quantum Freaks. So let's say Quantum Freaks bounce back, have a glow up, beat KT, and KT lose to, you know, Life, Gen G, and D+. There is a scenario where I could see KT not making playoffs, right? That their spot definitely isn't secured. When we talk about the teams higher in the standings, we talk about them being mathematically secured, sure. But this is really like, oh, we actually need to fight for our spot to be in playoffs. And yeah, not being a good matchup for KT historically.
It is the only team that KT failed to beat at least once. Reminder, you know, KT were even able to take down Gen G in spring, but you know, they have not been able to take down the orange
KT
tank,
failed to take it down,
which is Life Esports now. And currently at this point, I think that, you know, we had a very close match between Life Esports and D+Kia, but those two teams were vying for second. And as you mentioned, KT's kind of in the next tier underneath of that. So it does feel like a pretty large step up especially because Home Life Esports did defeat DK.
Favorite matchup for Deft. Both of them will champion 80 carries. I think Viper, a lot of people talked about his good form, but really got challenged by aiming in their most recent matchup. Deft, his Ezreal's been pretty clean, but I think most people would say Viper's had the edge this current split in terms of form.
No Ezreal this series. Your red side, you ban
No
Ezreal.
Israel?
I don't care. Beryl versus
Why is there no
Beryl
Israel this
versus
series?
Relite. Two supports that showed another level of Rel plays. Who will be the playmaker today?
Beryl works better.
It definitely does.
Relite.
Yeah.
But you know,
Relite is
B-Rel's
okay,
better.
but
It's okay.
not quite as good.
Roll.
Yeah.
Roll.
But yeah,
We're not
both of
talking
them-
about the Rel performance.
pretty impactful picks on those engaged supports, and having a look
Zika.
in on Zeka, who I feel like hasn't always been the talking point of Home Life Esports this split,
Silas.
but I feel like it's been a pretty silent carry so far.
Yeah, he's trying to hit 1,000 kills here. He's at 987. These are the champs that he has gotten them on in his career alongside of the top win rates. Actually, Akali and Yone, unsurprisingly, up at the top. Guess who's number 3? Silas.
Yeah.
This is Zeka after all.
But in fairness, 4 and 5, the Corki Tristana has been good to him.
Yeah. Especially after the Corki changes. As we are going to take a look here at KT Rolster. Definitely a wild
Please,
card.
KT win.
Maybe they flip heads multiple times today. Maybe
Please,
they get a
KT.
huge upset. It could happen. These guys, you look at the roster, you look at the players, and you say, man, these guys could definitely take a win on any given day.
Yeah,
The
I think
question is today the day?
generally their form hasn't looked fantastic this season so far. I mean, they started off really rough.
My favorite
They're
Rel
now at
player.
that 6 point with 0 game score. It is
I
a
love their
challenge
mid
for them to be
laner.
Home Life Esports, but I also feel like some of these players
BDD.
have just such a high peak. They're not always there, but they can just pop off and win worlds, and 3 of them did that before, literally.
Yeah, it could just happen randomly. You see Lucian over there on the left. Maybe we will be seeing some Lucian here today. And here on the side of Home Life Esports, definitely a force to be reckoned with. They're not Gen G. Gen G are kind of on another planet. But Home Life Esports certainly right behind them in second place and are the big favorites tonight.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, definitely some pieces have been a little bit inconsistent at times, but I think Doran's been in good form, Peter's been having a solid season, Zeka's been the silent carry, Viper's looked good on a lot of meta 80 carries, and Delight, I think his spring was very quiet, but he's really stepped up back to the form we typically expect from him. Alistair
hope he
and
plays
Rel
Silas.
both been monstrous
Please tell me
picks
he
for
plays
him so
Silas.
far.
That's the orange tank there on the right. As we
Please
do
play
have this
Silas.
matchup, it's LCK first versus LCK second when it comes to damage percentage. These two guys have played a lot of Ezreal. That is a big part of it, we're not going to lie. But definitely, they have been two of the guys that have looked the best on the pick and have commanded a lot of respect from the 80 carry role.
Yeah, I think maybe PaY's fans might object to them looking the best in it, but I think either way they both had monstrous performances. I think Ezreal should be denied 100% in this series.
What about the aiming fans, by the way?
Wow, he's the gold king, not the damage king.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, keep
What about I'm the best Ezreal? No, I'm the best Ezreal.
Oh, yeah,
no,
the whole
I'm the best Ezreal.
Look, we have a lot of-
Everybody's the best Ezreal.
You know when Lucid said he was the best Vi, and like there was no one else said anything, and then Ezreal was like every single player is like, no, it's me.
It's because
I'm
when
that
you
guy."
play Ezreal, you think you're the best Ezreal because he's overpowered.
Yeah, you hit a Q and it does like 80% of someone's health, and then you miss 2. You're like, well, I hit 1 and it did a million damage.
I
so-
did so much damage. I must be amazing. at this.
Especially
Yeah, the
if you hit the
champion's pretty bonkers.
WQ off. If you hit the
140%
WQ off,
80
it's
ratio on the Q.
basically
You know?
wraps.
A little bit crazy. Fortunately, we are seeing teams just ban it, and it is scheduled to get nerfed, so you know what's going to happen? It'll get nerfed, and then teams will be like, well, I guess we can leave it open. Oh, no, it's still broken.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those. Like we had a couple of games of Rumble. That was a mistake.
Yep. Teams learn quickly. They were like, oh, Rumble's nerfed. Surely
Yeah.
we can leave it open. No.
It's fine. Oh, wait, it's 100% presence and it's 3-1. I don't even know who lost on it. I don't really know if I want to remember
Yeah.
on this
well,
match.
KT will be on the blue side, which has been an edge for teams so far. I think with so many power picks on the patch, so many things you have to ban, blue side definitely helping teams a lot. And we saw T1 banning Ezreal on blue side in the last series. I don't think that's something KT will have to do in this situation, which will put more pressure on Home Life Esports. If you're banning Ezreal, Rumble, Ashe on red side, You have no space to do anything else. We'll
Yeah.
see if they opt to leave something like the Ashe Open. Obviously, we just see aiming lose on it. So it's definitely not unbeatable.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of teams are they're willing to take the trade given a good scenario where they want to take like Sejuani or something, but we've seen them try to do that and also not have a lot of success. It has worked, but it just doesn't feel very like a good, consistent strategy.
Their
Just
head
giving
coach.
Ezreal, so
Just don't do it with Ezreal.
just don't do it.
Don't do it with Ezreal.
Same as Rumble, maybe worse.
I just remember that
Rumble
series
is
where it
not
was
a good
traded
pick.
across, and it was just like, even when it's put behind, even when it loses lane, it gets the 2 items. It's like, well,
You mean KT versus Nomshin?
don't remind me.
The last team that they played against that they struggled against?
Oh yeah, KT
Yeah.
should remember that. They really should remember that.
So it is very like KT though to immediately bounce
KT
back and
better
have an
win this.
incredible performance against Hama Life
Art's
Esports
done. It's
after
just wraps.
just almost losing to Nomshin.
They are also on blue side, so they will first pick Ezreal if Honor Life Esports leave open. They can leave the mistake to them. Here's one of the problems though, playing the Honor Life Esports. The Maokai has felt like a must ban, and it feels like they are just spamming bans towards Peanut. That has been the meta at the moment for LCK teams. Great on blue side, perfect strategy. Not much they can do about it. But on red side, a lot more difficult. So KT absolutely need to win this game. Peanut going to be the
I
one
wonder
to
if he's
ban
going to do a
the
Silas mid.
Ivan against Pure
I don't think he's going to do it.
Denying that one away.
There's the
does mean
Rumble
that
ban.
That third ban is left for Ezreal, obviously.
It is Ezreal. Oh, and KT
It's
gave
gonna
you a
be an
little
Ezreal
gift.
ban.
They said, hey, we'll ban the Ashe. Now you can ban the
nice.
Ezreal.
There you go.
Yep, there
It's
went
that
Ezreal.
straightforward. I wonder if they first pick Azir in this situation. The answer is no. They have to go the first pick for Necton. And it goes over to Honor Life Esports. Do they prioritize the Corki? You know, we've seen Zeka be pretty confident on. Is there something in the jungle Peanut really wants to lean on? His Poppy's been pretty powerful. I'm not sure you need to pick it up right now. Maybe an AD carry you have emphasis on. But again, I think after the Ezreal Ashagon, I feel like the pool kind of widens for AD carries.
Yeah, it definitely does. I feel like they... Okay! Shyvana! Yes, she's back.
Oh,
and
fuck.
it is kind of
Shyvana
flavor of
top.
the month.
Yep, been seeing a lot of play in solo.
I can't wait to see this.
Saw in the LPL, I think Milky Way did
Oh,
play
no.
it.
Yeah.
It's
I got a feeling that
seems to be pretty good.
KT's going to
Dinar
lose.
is going to be spotted here very early on in response to the Renekton, and they don't go for Corki. I actually kind of like this. I feel like both these mid laners are really good at Lucian. As long as it fits in their comp, it can be a little bit dangerous to just blind Corki.
Yeah, and I think for looking at the Nidalee, so with the
Nidalee
Shyvana,
jungle.
it has been like the AP sort of
Shyvana
build that's been
jungle.
very popular. A lot of poke damage, a lot of range, but very gated around that ultimate.
I'm just wondering what.
Nidalee also a champion with a lot of poke, but also the healing. In these
Wondering
poke
what he's
battles,
going to pick
healing
mid.
for Nidalee's
I hope
been
he
really
picks Silas,
standout.
but I don't think he will.
So expectation is, will we get a lot of standoffs? And I think having engaged on the rest of the team very important in these
Corki.
situations. KT gonna pick the Corki, deny
Pick
away
Silas.
from Zeka,
Pick
but
Silas.
also add a little
Please.
bit of AD
Pick
to the
Silas.
composition.
Pick
and
Silas.
also a bit more poke
Pick
when it
Silas.
comes down to those setups.
Yeah,
Please.
It feels like in this case, you know,
Please.
stuff like the Iron, stuff like the
Silas.
Bloodthirster,
Oh,
AD
he's
carries having a
going
lot of
lose.
value. There's the Lucian, where I was like, well, if you pick Corki, the other guy's going to pick Lucian, and that trade does happen here. So this time it's Zeka that is playing the Lucian.
Silas.
in
Silas.
response.
Even like a
Silas.
month ago, telling people that like Shyvana
Please.
jungle
Silas.
Lucian mid would be something
Silas
we're gonna
pick.
see.
Yeah.
Honor Life
Please.
Esports in the LCK. But yeah, it's a good matchup in that mid lane. We've seen Lucian able to bully out the Corki.
Hate ban.
Now with no bot lane is picked, gonna see things targeted on the latter end. We haven't seen Lucian flex to bot with that Nami yet, but in theory it could happen, but I don't think they're really afraid of that. Caitlyn banned out. Kalista banned out.
Callista.
I wonder if the Leona is something they're concerned about.
That's-
But Honor Life
yeah.
Esports do have counter picks, so they're in a pretty comfortable spot in that regard.
Yeah, at least when it comes to the support role. I feel like the Callista ban on blue can be countered by just picking Draven Renata, but it doesn't seem like KT Rolster want to do that.
Misfortune.
And
There's still Zeri and Kai'Sa available, I think, for the standouts with the bans that we've had so far. I think Kai'Sa would definitely be useful in terms of adding to the poke. Leona
What
will
is
be by the
Viper gonna
round
pick?
from KT, so a little bit concerned about how Life
Viper,
Esports taking
come on.
that. And I think especially KT, you kind of want some lockdown with your composition
So he's going
when you
Lucian.
have this Nidalee to connect the spears. We are just going to get the
Who's
Zeri locked in
versus
for
Corky?
Viper. And they're going to keep that support counter pick for Delight. So KT, do they just go towards the Kai'Sa? Do they go for a more lane focused pick? Looks like, you know, when we talk
Jhin.
about long range poke, there is a pick that can kind of benefit from everyone being low health.
He didn't pick
We saw Guma
Silas,
have a fantastic
sadly.
game on it. It looks like Deft will be not locking in the Jhin. He's going to go for
No,
Senna.
he's going
Support
Senna.
sustain, and honestly, when you're trying to rely on this Shyvana poking people down, there's going to be so much
Ornn?
healing between this Nidalee and this Senna when it comes to those skirmishes, those poke setups before the skirmishes.
Yeah. Could have looked at Nautilus, but then maybe you run into a Braum, which is going to have a lot of value into poke and also in that lane. And we've actually seen Zeri Braum somehow be a
Is it
good
gonna be a
lane.
Rel
So it's
pick?
just Senna Ornn to come out
Is he gonna
here
pick
from the
Rel?
side of KT.
Question is, what does Light play? I think
Rel.
Knew it. He's gonna pick Rel.
Light.
You got Rel.
Yeah, I think, you know, some players could think, oh, well, Lulu would be good. We have a pretty chill lane. We can scale up. But I think you need to gap close. I don't think the Shyvana alone is enough to win poke wars. You need to get on top of the enemy backline. You have a lot of power that you can follow up with. You know, if Shyvana fires one of her Fire Blasts at the Rel engage, it's going to do tons of damage. But I am a little bit concerned. You know, you have a lot of longer range threats on the side of KT. You have a Nidalee who's going to set fast pace in the jungle. Delight, a lot of weight will be on his shoulders to make the engages work.
Thankfully for the side of Homolife Esports, he's really, really good at that. He's been extremely consistent on this pick, and he gets counter pick. He says, well, I don't really care about Ornn. I mean, that doesn't stop my engages. It doesn't really provide too much. It's a little bit annoying if he can
Senna
cancel
and
my engage
Rel's
himself, but he
pretty
doesn't really
annoying.
do much for the rest of his team. So I feel like it's a very comfortable spot to just pick up the Rel, get that hard
So,
engage you were
I think
mentioning,
Rel could
and
deal with Ornn.
just get on in there and do what Delight does best, which is engage support play.
I don't think he'll have trouble.
Yep.
Pretty happy with it.
And I think they kind of
Senna
realized
and
the poke wall
Ornn
wasn't good in their
versus
favor.
Rel.
The build we've kind of seen
It's
from the
not good for
Shyvanas,
them.
a lot of people have been building Spirit Sojin, and then it's like typical AP items from there on out for a lot of poke damage. Kind of reminiscent of like when Corky was a poke champ and he went Sojin with things like Leandri's, but obviously more AP focused. We'll see how it goes. The Shyvana we've had this season in the LCK.
It does do the boom boom damage, which we do like here. Let's jump into the rip for game number one.
See this loose versus Corky. See how this goes.
Off we go, game one. Already sparks fly, as it looks like Barrel's gonna get the first damage in the game, so GG for him.
Yeah, I guess he just wins off the back of that.
Yeah. All right, let's go next. Perfect is also going to get a nice little trade here.
Damn.
And Doran is just gonna back, which allows a little
You get
bit
a
of room
good
for Perfect to
fight
poke
off.
his head in, be annoying, see what he can see. He isn't gonna see anything, so it doesn't really matter.
And Shyvana is a fast clearer, but her combat power is very reduced until level 6, until you have that ultimate available. And one of the strengths of the pick is that once you're 6, you can fight around the ultimate, and then you can get it back very quickly when you go back in the jungle and clear. So a lot of power there. But if Pyoshik challenges Peanut in the jungle, definitely going to have a bad time. We are seeing a swap come out from the side of Honolife Esports. Going to see if they can get an edge here. Senna Ornn, not the best tower takers. No demolish on the Ornn.
Yeah. So this is going to be spotted. Perfect just has to back
Okay.
away. Nothing else he can do. This is the first time Beryl has played the Ornn this season, as now we've just got Harassnar in mid.
Okay, that is horrible for BDD.
Yeah.
Perfect obviously waited to level up. He went the slice and dice to get away from the situation. BDD already had the phosphorus bomb.
He
so
actually
he's got bullied out.
Used it in the trade against Gnar earlier on.
The trades.
But it's going to help him anyway.
Yeah.
And he'll be just fine. Doran is going top.
I think honestly level 1 Renekton, if Viper and
They
Delight
are
hit level 3,
harassing
they could
him.
probably just dive this 3v1. We'll see. It's all on Delight really to land the CC. I don't think they're quite gonna hit level 3 yet.
They're gonna
Here
kill
comes
him.
Doran. That's a TP coming in from Ornn, and that is going to push them back. As Beryl says hello. I am now here. Doran's just gonna
Nice
TP bot, saying,
bot.
okay, I can lane against Senna.
Yeah, he now knows there's no risk of him being dove, and the thing is, the Senna is the one who would end up catching the farm, so it just has to back away instead. So, you know, even though it doesn't amount to anything in terms of a kill, I think HLE Esports happy with how that ended up panning out. And we saw a game earlier where T1, you know, was swapped against and ended up getting like 3 plates to 0. But here, because of the passage of play, KT didn't get any plate. Well, sorry, they got 1 plate in the bot lane, but I'm not sure if Def was even there to get the gold. So, not really rewarded in this situation.
Yeah. Delight's here, wants to help get this. Says the last person to play this was Pyoshi, actually, against KT Bono in 2020 LCK Summer.
Been a hot minute.
Good old Bono, good old DRX Pyoshi from 2020. And yeah, that's Delight's like, okay, well, I don't need to be with the Zeri, so I'm just going to help you get both the Scuttle Crabs.
Yeah, and securing an advantage for Peanut in the jungle on this Shyvana, getting him close to level 6, absolutely fantastic. So good moves coming out from HLE Esports.
Yes,
you
sir.
see a call picked up by Doran as well, doing some investing. And Yoshik, I don't think you have the setup to kill Zeka.
What do you mean? Corki and Italy have a ton of CC. Zeka just gonna shoot him and then, you know, walk in a line. And yeah, this is why Wolf does not like this combo.
Such an intimidating gank there. I like how Zeka got to the wall and was like, I don't have my dash yet, but I don't think I even want to leave.
He's like, I win these.
Yeah, I'm happy exactly where I am.
He has like no health, no mana, and Italy has double off. He's like, nah, I win these. Easy.
Yeah. And now Delight looking for... They could just dive him.
Yeah, I mean, flash over the wall. There it is. Ignite.
Damn.
Easiest first blood of your life. Delight is not even in any trouble. Super clean and gets Zeka first blood.
Yep.
I don't know.
Pretty
I think
nicely set up
KT's
by
in
Zeka
trouble.
there, having a good laning phase so far,
I
trading
think
into BDD.
KT's in
BDD's been
trouble.
farming okay,
I don't
but
think
low
they're
in
going to be
health
able to win this.
consistently. And, you know, I think, I'm going to say it, I think Rel a little bit of ganking that match, little bit better at ganking that matchup than Nidalee is.
Yeah,
Oh, they caught her at
Even at level 3.
Drake.
Meanwhile, Peanut trying to solo the Drake. It is Shyvana things.
Yeah,
but
you kind of have an
Shyvana
addiction to
things
getting the
ain't gonna
dragons
work.
for the extra resists.
Yeah.
Especially since the build we've seen Shyvana's go has been very health focused. So those resists definitely valuable. Will be forced away, and I think at that point, losing the flash, don't get the dragon early, you just start crying. There's no other response.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
In fact, I've done it before.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone until this moment.
And now
But it's okay.
Everyone who's watching knows you're a crier.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta get a good cry in. As speaking of which, Delight
Wow.
trying to make more enemies cry. And he's going
Delight's
to.
good at Rel. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, sorry, Relite?
Relite.
Yeah.
He's good at Rel.
Relite is good at Rel. Who could have thought?
Yeah.
It's in the name.
Completely new information to us.
So be in a very awkward spot here because, you know, it's pushing away from him. He's quirky into Zeka, who got first blood, has Vam Scepter, and Pollen. His
but
ult
EDD
feels...
EDD has a tier and a
Very
cloth armor. You know, there was items.
Yeah, he doesn't even have plated steel caps.
Oh man,
It's a sad time.
his steel caps are not plated.
This is why I didn't want to see blind Corki, and obviously, I mean, a lot of things have led to
Corki
this
just
moment,
got
including
bullied
even the level 1 Gnar
so hard.
harass
Yeah.
to help out, but it's still just, it's rough.
I mean, to be fair, he's doing pretty good in the farm department, all things considered. Considering he got bullied out by Doran and he died.
Yeah.
He's holding up in CS.
And he is Corki, which is one of the best champs in the game right now, so at least if he doesn't get too far behind,
Yeah, I don't
he
think
gets
he's
to
one
be
of the
Corki.
best champions
Peanut
right
is
now.
so close to level 6 though. When he can
Well, he's
finally
just
become a
okay
champion.
now since they
He's looking
since
for
they
it.
nerfed him.
Yeah. Same as
He's been just
Bioshik,
okay.
who when he hits level 6, he oh well, he's the same champion.
Yeah.
They're gonna go here for the dragon.
Now they get the dragon. They're like, we have to get this dragon.
Yes. In fact, everybody is grouping up for it except Doran,
Well,
but
Shyvana needs it.
neither of the top laners have TP.
This is the nice thing about jungle Shyvana though, because Pioshik?
This is just on vision. Pioshik, they're not going to extend for that. The Orin ultimate doesn't get much, but look at the wall. The Peanut level 6 spike does insane damage, but the spear is going to hit Relight, and he will go down as now Barrel in a rough spot here. He will be taken down, but look at the health bars. Oh, another spear. This one to hit Zeka. Pioshik says, I don't need any CC. Who needs that? The flash of the wall does nothing, but Viper trades it back. 1 for 1, and Peanut, he's so low, he's going to be denied the Drake. As now Viper also going to flash and die immediately. End it to Drake over to KT.
Man, that is I would cry after that if I was Peanut. Devastating loss there for the side of Honor Life Esports. But PDD, get a rough laning phase. He just chilled and auto-attacked. That's all he needed to do. There's a bit of a split engage here. Delight hits on a Pioshik, tries to W to BDD, but both of them capable of getting out over the wall. And then this spear kills the light, and it's kind of a fish in a barrel situation. You can see BDD firing over the wall, another spear hits, we're like, okay, let's try and back away for the Nidalee. And then BDD just comes in, starts putting damage down. Peanut's like, well, maybe I can take the dragon, but I should probably attack BDD, and then he gets neither of them.
Oh. Yeah. Let's see what he says. All right, yeah, I don't have to translate that one.
You really do not need to.
The fans are loving it. This is what KT fans live for.
Yep. You know what? It's a good start. First skirmish of the series is in a great spot. It's all uphill from here. Typical KT.
Yeah, very consistent. The roller coaster is going up.
I know roller coasters go up, but I haven't really seen that they come down, so I'm pretty confident in KT right now.
Yeah.
They do have a gold advantage. About 600, not a huge amount, but a lot of gold in this Corki. Definitely a nice place for it to be. And obviously, when you have an Ornn on your team and a Senna, you know that at some point you will just ramp up massively. You know, hand out those ornaments, Senna gets a ton of souls. It's a nice set of champions to have if you have an early advantage.
Definitely does feel very good for their side. I feel like part of the reason why BDD was so hyped is, well, he got 3 kills, but also that it just immediately, it changes the entire framework of how this game is going to play out for him. Although right as I say that, the culling, it's almost like a bait culling, but Zeka is he's going to live. Oh, the rocket gets him. Oh man, and now we have a fight down in bot as Viper just, well, he's going to walk in a straight line.
Yeah, that was a zoning ult from Barrel, you know. Yeah. Well, neither team's gank really goes successfully in that situation. I will say, Peanut did get a shutdown there, so in terms of gold, they get the edge. But definitely would have preferred that scenario for Zeka to live on the back of that, and BDD managed to clutch it out in the moment.
Yeah, the Corki dream. Meanwhile, Peanut, you know, it's not brand, but you can still do the grubs really, really, really fast.
Yeah, and obviously when you auto in the dragon form, you keep the dragon form going, so the goal is just to chain it as long as possible.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't get the scuttle there. He knows that Yoshi's going to come over, so has to back away. But we'll take the grubs, 3 each. Can't complain about that. And a mountain dragon is the next one. He has picked up that Spirit Shojin and the Sorcerer Shoes. But a mountain dragon, so you get the resist from the dragon and you get the percentage boost. Definitely would love to get that. And here, Zeka goes in for the trade, but the culling is mostly blocked by this cannon minion. BDD finds the burst, and then as he's about to die, that last rocket comes back in and he just clutches it at the end.
Yeah. That's all you can say. Maybe Zeka could have taken a little bit less damage, but it's mostly just a big play to get Peanut in there. And you can see, this is what I meant by the mid lane framework just totally changing. And, you know, the Lucian felt good, now it feels awful.
Yeah, that is the power of items, which BDD being able to pick up not only the plated steel caps, but has the Sheen, has the Phage, just trading so well in the Zeka. And now Zeka gonna, I guess, TP back in with Blade of the Rune King, so a decent power spike there.
Oh, man, Perfect's getting in there. Doran as Mininar trying to kite this one out, and he's just going to end up trading flashes. Honestly, not that bad. A little flash in here on a Pioshik, who is in Italy, but is in a lot of trouble. Already taking a bunch, tries to heal, tries to survive, can't get over the wall. Now Peanut getting aggressive, extending that dragon form, and Can't really get away from them, but they're just going to turn and fight, and Peanut just dies as everybody just turns and begins to fire into him. Perfect also TPing into this one, and Viper, there's nowhere for him to go. It's just another kill fed over to BDD on this Corki.
Damn.
Maybe a bit too aggressive there from Peanut. You know, he has the Dragon form. He's like, it's go time, let's kill them, and then just horrendously overextended. Viper was like trying to follow him up, trying to back up his teammate, and ends up paying for it as well. 10 seconds till that Dragon. Not the best time to lose this fight. See HLE set up on Fioshik, and the initial play is fine.
Is KT gonna get the
But I
Drake
think
again?
Peanut just feeling
Or
himself
no?
too much. Flashes over here, but then Death flashes away, and
There
he
went their
misses his
jungler.
E as a result. And then keeps
And
chasing.
then here he
the TP
goes.
comes in, the root connects,
Overextended.
and he just dies. And then Viper's like, well, even Zeri can't slide away from no one.
Yeah. It feels like, you know, you could say, okay, well, why didn't Doran TP down there? He's got Meganar, but
Okay,
I
let's
feel like
see.
even if he TPs
Okay,
down,
so
like they
Shyvana's
dealt
doing
with the
Drake
Renekton.
now.
It's
Renekton
fine, it's
doesn't
fine.
really do anything, so I think Doran staying there is actually the correct call.
Peanut planned for this though, right? Because the fight happened, the reset came in, KT went top, and he got the Dragon. He got what he wanted out of it.
The Dragon's all that matters for, well, the Dragon, the other one.
Yeah, and all
That's
they
all
lost
matters
is
to
a ton of
Peanut.
plates top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they get that plate right before 14. That's got to feel good.
Yep, and they should just get the tower as well in a second. Will be the first of the game. We'll see, actually. Death's moved down.
Oh, KT's doing Herald.
The light's there to defend. Oh, it's gone, yeah.
Yeah.
First tower of the game. Big influx of gold for BDD, who didn't really need a big influx of gold.
Yeah.
Already doing pretty good. So a very fed Corki right now, and Herald going to be
Big
scared.
Corki's.
A little awkward there.
Well,
and
I might not be.
Corki's 5 and 2 right
You know
now.
what? I'm going to say some of the Heralds we've had in the LCK, they're possibly better off without it.
yeah.
You know,
They
they got the
stole
XP, they got the gold.
Right after the grub buff, it feels like most teams really just want to get the grubs more.
Yeah.
Riftel can really help you in some certain scenarios, especially if you get a kill and you can use it to push tempo and mid and stuff. But
Yeah,
otherwise, it's like, well, okay.
it can really help for taking down mid tier 1, which is definitely valuable, but I've also seen so many times where it just doesn't do anything. So, yeah.
I like the teams that use it in mid and then they drive it the opposite direction and ram it into the wall right behind them.
KT
that's pretty
really
good.
needs
I like
to
the
win
teams
this,
that drop
or
it down and then
it's
walk
just
away from it, expecting
gonna
it
be
to
good
like
for 'em.
just charge the tower, and then the enemy team stop it and kill it. Especially
Yeah.
after they like lost the fight to get the Herald.
So Peanut's here. They say, well, we've got damage in spades, so we're just going to dive this. They get the TP out of, once again, Beryl, who did this very early on in the game.
Yep. Oh, we're seeing the Corki Nidalee again. They'll definitely be able to take out the Gnar.
Yeah. They had
What
a lot of
about
lockdown.
Yeah, they really need Beryl or Perfect, or even Death has a route to be there to set things up. Now, Beryl's been left alone. He TP's in to cover his teammate, and his teammate just dips.
There's the Ornn ult.
Beryl's going to throw an ult in just for good measure.
He is tanky, but he doesn't want to step up there. So it's going to be a trade of turrets. And it looks like on the bot side, BDD will get more gold.
Yeah, he definitely needs more.
Yeah.
He already has a lot,
The
but I
KT
think he needs
Corki's
more.
about to be the
Yeah.
carry.
Also see Death with the Edge of Night Rush, which, considering how much HP you would lose from Peanut hitting you with a fireball, I respect it. I think it's a decent call.
Yeah, I think there is a world, especially when Senna gets behind and it's late game, right before Senna, you know, begins to actually get more XP, but Peanut's got like 3 items, or at least 2 items, where you will lose almost.
Not even just like a squishy, it's like a squishy
Yeah.
who's also so starved of experience that you really do just one-shot it. I feel like that's what, when people play this AP Shyvana, that's what you're hoping to run into. Peanut is now level 11, even less downtime between Dragon forms, close to that Leandries.
Yeah, and he's going to be a big threat. I mean, there is a lot of poke from him, but as you mentioned in the draft, Pyosik just says, okay, I'll just play Nidalee, and at the end of the day, I'm also scaling, I'm also farming, and when you poke, I heal.
Yep.
It's not going to heal everything, but, you know, he's got his own poke. Feels like the Nidalee is a pretty good matchup for that idea. Yeah.
And I think the big thing, though, BDD close to having that Mana Immune stacked, and I think at that point, KT can just do what they want. Very hard to deal with this Corki. I think Delight's main objective will be get on top of BDD so his team can kill him. I think if I'm going to be honest, but Awesome's now up and available. Dragon Spawn in a 55, you can see both teams setting up for it.
If you're BDD, you're in this position, you're fed, you know there's a lot of threats on the enemy team. What is your third item?
I think every Corki ever just goes rapid fire in every situation. I don't think it's possible to convince them otherwise.
What's his fourth item?
Fourth item? You gotta go IE, you know?
All right, what about his fifth item?
Fifth item, okay, maybe then you can go like a GA or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's some champions where it's like, no, I need to do damage. Survivability, that's
whatever.
For people who don't like doing damage.
That's true. We do prioritize the boom damage here.
It is the focus. Peanut didn't manage to finish his Leandries off. I assume he has enough gold. He's not that far away, and he's been clearing some camps. Doran's moving down with Mega nearly stacked. They are just giving up mid-tier 1 nearly. BDD does almost kill it.
Yeah, it is just one. Yeah, imagine if he didn't have Edge of Night.
He would have a lot less health.
Yeah, he'd be in a lot of trouble. Look at this TP right now. Way behind. Barrel's gonna go in, and the massive Rel ultimate on top of 3 of them, but Delight is going to follow up. The follow-up here from the rest of the team is just non-existent, and Perfect goes in and just decimates that front line. Doran super low is also going to be taken down. Zeka on the run. There's just no hope for him. He's going to try to kite it out. Peanut's like, man, why'd you bring him to me?
Yeah, Peanut trying to get the recall. BDD has so much damage. I think he can just, yeah,
he's dead. And that is just a clean ace. KT just absolutely demolished them.
Absolutely annihilated them. Didn't even look, there was like one brief moment, you're like, oh, that's a big engage. And then nothing happened in the aftermath. We'll see the replay. So Barrel tries to engage, doesn't find it. And then Delight gets this massive ult in. And then Peanut hits his E, and it does like a moderate amount of damage. But then Perfect comes in and just one-shots everyone who was already low. Yeah, and Zeka's like, oh, I thought the Shyvana would do more.
Shyvana has very nice burst, but it didn't really do enough. And Viper, he got exhausted and then speared in the face, and then there was a Renekton that flashed on him.
Viper's eaten a few too many spears this game. Pretty happy about that one.
It's about as good as it gets. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, you can see like every moment, it's like, oh, another kill. Whoa, another kill. You get a kill. He gets a kill.
I just feel like Peanut not having the Leandries obviously reduced his damage massively. Oh, by the way, you know how BDD had the Triforce Manamune before that fight? He's just got Rapid Fire.
So you said IE up next.
Yeah.
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 Well, he's pretty close.
He's pretty strong. And I don't think Peanut's doing enough damage, but also like, you're not going to kill the front line that quickly as Peanut.
Look at the massive difference in gold.
What are you? Okay, just ult.
Yeah.
Fine. And then throw some fireballs, I guess. Okay. That one didn't do that much damage. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
Oh, it missed. Yeah.
It's not that easy to miss, honestly.
It's like Karma Mantra Q.
Oh, Zeka. Yeah, he's going to have to flash. He also roots Peanut and just dies. And KT are just rolling them. It's just not even close at all. They're just rolling over them. It's 2 kills for free. And the world is their oyster. They can do whatever they want. If they want Baron, they can do that. If they want to push, they can. And Viper's just going to ult and try to, I don't know, rally the troops.
This looks like Gen G versus Honor Life Esports. What has happened to KT? I mean, I just feel like this is such a KT thing just to win in this decisive fashion. Now, Delight's trying to approach and get space for Peanut. Peanut nearly has ult, but not quite there.
Delight is so low, and yeah, he's just going to get locked down. I mean, they stopped the Baron.
Peanut ran up to BDD and autoed him to get his ult back sooner, and then just took so much damage.
Yeah.
But so much healing. I feel like the Senna and Nidalee are just, every time they get poked, it's like, okay, well, you're full health again.
Yeah.
Boy. They're not, are they going to even contest this? Peanut has ult. They should contest this.
Well, Peanut, will he get a chance to ult? I mean, even level 10 Deft is just escorting the Dragon away from the pit. And that Boomerang is also going to miss. Now they're looking to turn. A little bit of a messy turn. Not really going to find anyone, but now finally Perfect is going to find that front line. Zeka will go down. And they're just collecting kills. They're just doing it again and again and again, and Homolife Esports can't do anything about it.
Okay, Peanut, fire another one.
Well, he dashed away that time.
No, he did dash away. I'm not blaming Peanut. It's just, I feel like so much of this comp is waiting around the Shyvana do meaningful damage, but she just isn't able to consistently land them because of ability, and any that land are just healed.
Yeah.
Like Peanut's like, I need to get ult back. I need to get ult. You're so far away. His flash is coming up.
I feel like I'm watching an Olaf from behind. He's just like running around, like throwing axes, but they don't actually hit anything, and he just doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
you know?
he's pretty close now.
But he farms really fast.
Yeah.
Well, BDD, okay, I don't know what that was, but he's dead. Now the turn is going to come in. Massive shutdown for, well, Relight.
In the pit.
Yeah.
Wait, they're actually throwing.
They're actually... What? I can't even believe it. What is happening here? What? Barrel's just dead. Okay, now Homolife Esports are going to start the Baron.
Okay, this is definitely not Gen G versus Homolife Esports. Well, just when KT look unstoppable, the perfect team, they find a way to throw it all away, and now they lose Baron.
All right, you see Jonas Strong, he's like panning over the Corki, like, wait, what?
What? So, they go for the mid lane tower. Zeka decides to hold Flash until after everything in the world is connected with him. And then Yoshi just finishes him off. Okay, not great. And then Zoran does end up going down here. It looks really bad for the side of HLE. And then BDD, no Flash, just autoing a Rel. Interesting strategy. So he dies, and then they all decide to flash over and leave Pyoshik in the pit, and then they just die. I don't think there's more. I don't think there's like, there's not some well, let's move to the next fight, whatever.
Okay, that didn't happen, but the goal is relatively even now. Weird. Doran just took an insane amount of damage from a spear, and I mean, it kind of looks like KT are in an okay spot. A lot of poke goes into Pyoshik, though. Okay. Shyvana finally doing something, goes in the pit, nearly dies. Here comes the Gnar. What? Oh my god! Somebody stop this madness! Perfect is going in, and now he's going out. Here comes Viper. Wait, what are you doing? Viper's dead. Zeka's dead. No, yeah, he's dead. Okay. Delight? No, he's also dead. Okay, KT, they get the dragon, and now I guess they're fine.
Yeah, very convincing team fight from KT. Felt like they were really controlled. You know, Homolife Esports put up a good fight, but it just felt like KT were that edge above, you know. I'm not sure I can really pinpoint any moments.
Yeah. No, that's...
that could have gone better. Yeah, it just feels like two teams playing things almost perfectly, but KT a little bit more perfect.
Just honestly, pristine gaming.
The sad thing is they don't end, so we're gonna get the replay and we have to see that again. And it's just... It's just this whole... I don't even know what to say! He was clearly trying to go for VDD, but it just looks so goofy. And then Viper is like, so, look how low he is, and he's like, I'm going! Why?
Oh, man. Yeah, honestly, just a really clean fight from KT. I don't know if they could really do anything better.
Yeah.
It's a clean 1-0 so far.
Hey, they stayed calm. For KT, they stayed calm in a hectic moment. Respect to them, you know. After throwing a Baron, you could have easily seen KT crumble, but they managed to find it back. Now, the caveat is Peanut got another dragon, which gives him extra armor and magic resist. So,
true, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
He's getting tanky.
Oh, he's got the Infinity Edge, you know. He is doing the big damage. That much is definitely true.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's also 2 levels up on Zeka.
Yeah, BDD got that triple kill early on in another one of our just really pristine, clean fights where BDD was standing there pressing buttons and getting kills. And after that, Zeka just wasn't really a factor in this game. Viper, kind of an awkward spot, and Def's range right now is really long. 108 stacks pretty quickly.
He's actually got a lot of stacks, you know. Yeah. Sometimes we see these centers just not even get close to the number that is worth having like a fasting center, but 110 already with rapid fire cannon, he is not going to be easy to deal with. And I feel like at this point, ornaments are going to start getting handed out. KT gone fully online. We have the ornamented Triforce. Do you know the name? Triforce
Masterwork.
brackets, Masterwork. Yeah.
Thanks for adding the brackets.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Oh, they also have the Jack. You know the name of the Jack Show, the ornamented one?
Honestly, I don't know. Doran's dead, though. He's just over here dying. I don't really know why, but I guess he just jumped into the jungle, and now we got a TP.
Flank from Beryl? They knew Peanut would be farming.
Yeah.
Can't resist it.
Well, he is going to ult over the wall. Nice cancel there, but the flash shot in from Beryl. Knockup comes in, and the Shyvana's just not tanky. And BDD now on 12 kills.
Beryl just decided Peanut was going to die, and he ensured it. Minute 20 till Baron. Peanut will be up and alive. But, yeah, feels like this game kind of pulling away from Honor Life Esports at a rapid pace. There was like a brief moment where they had hope.
KT just wanted to make it interesting.
Sorry, I was talking about the Jack Show, the ornament one. I didn't finish it. People will be frustrated if they don't know the name. It's Jack Show, brackets, Masterwork.
You know, I never would have guessed.
Yeah, it's
really hard to call.
Really hard to
I don't know how you do that one.
Yeah, I'm doing a pretty good job. I learned all the ornament items names since they changed it. Just, it feels like a cool thing to bring out on cast, you know.
It's really cool information. I think the names are really cool. They should keep them this way.
Yeah. Honestly.
So what's the name of the Leandres one?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. I've actually forgotten that one.
Oh.
Well,
you can research it for the next time.
Yeah, I'll research it for next game.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, BDD still monster fed. And this Lucian pick just hasn't worked. Now we get to see, okay, Doran was pushing, and then...
So he jumped into the blind dark jungle.
He was hoping that Death was walking by as he jumped, and he would bounce over him, over the dragon wall.
Honestly, that would have been super cool.
That would have been the sickest. He just flying, just went, you know what? I think he was probably pretty dead no matter where he went, but if he was banking on that, that was actually a pretty cool play.
Yeah.
It just didn't work at all, and it was like a 1 in a million chance that he would have got it.
Yeah. So, do KT definitely win this game? I'm feeling a little bit lost.
Absolutely win this game, which, as I say it, makes me feel less confident. They are super far ahead. Senna's mega strong with a ton of souls. BDD's mega fed, level 16. Barrel's handing out ornaments. They have 2 smites between them. This game is as locked in as you can get it, which does make me doubt where it's saying.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit worried for KT now because they're so far ahead. I don't know if they can do it.
They're a bit too far ahead. This feels...
They're just going to push mid.
That's a smart strategy.
Look at the positioning of the High Life Esports members. Doran might just die. Okay, gets the Sterix proc. Now BDD is fine. They have a lot of healing. I mean, it's Pyosik and Deft right there as well.
Viper is... Oh,
Pyosik. Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble. Took an auto there from... Yeah, now Viper's got to go for his own ult, and he does have Doran coming up, and can they actually kill Viper here? Another knockup comes in, and Nar doesn't have much healing, but the flash shot over the wall, they do take down Viper, and he will go down. Meanwhile, Zek is killing a ward, and tripped over his shoelaces there, so he goes down, and the game ended.
Yes, it did. KT, even they cannot throw from this point of the game. Perfect is just hanging about with Doran.
Oh.
Yep, they're just having a little hangout.
Oh, the game ended.
Game ended.
31 and a half minutes. GG. Really clean first game here from KT Rolls. Absolutely nothing to see here.
Look,
pristine.
I can't criticize KT for any of the shenanigans here. They won a convincing game against HLE. We'll ignore the little hiccup in the middle. But HLE, that is the worst they've looked. I can't even, I don't have a time frame to reference. They did not look good in that game at all. And you know, it's not even about their place in the standings. They're pretty firmly in second place. They could lose it, but it's not even about that. It's just like, you'd hate to have a game like this when playoffs are getting closer and closer, because I don't even know how to describe what went on in that game.
Yeah.
The Shyvana clearly did not work, but next game they'll be on blue side, and hopefully we'll put up a better competition. Peanut did big boom damage. I mean, there's that. Everything else, I mean, I don't even know what to...
Just
write it off.
Go next.
You know, Honor Life Esports,
Pretend it didn't
just
happen.
focus on game 2. Don't even think about game 1.
Yeah.
Not a great
Actually,
performance.
I'd recommend everyone does the same. Very interesting first game, guys. We're going to close from here and have the space to break down that very awesome game, and we'll be right back.
오케이.
제리 쪽 텔 볼게.
여기
나 제리. 빼자. 내려있어.
제리 농.
여기 그 달방 천천히 해봐. 가고 있어.
시바나 노공이야.
시바 좀 때려줄게.
해볼래. 나 봐줘.
슈아 노플. 오케이. 괜찮고. 렐도 노플.
내가
야 노플. 나를 노플.
왜 나를 못 가 여기.
야 탈지마. 텔 없구나. 야 미드 가자. 미드.
나 바텀
찍어.
승민아
너 텔 가지?
형 내가 살짝 기다려.
바텀만. 내가 끊을게. 내가. 바텀만. 가는 중. 나이스.
항상 속이래.
나이스. 야, 텔 좀.
한판 잘하자.
텔 좀. 밀어. 아!
Yeah, they're just having a little hangout.